A lot of murders that happen in Chicago occur in an unusual and horrific way, which this video is murders that happen in Chicago occur in an unusual and horrific way, which this video is filled with murders that will consistently have you thinking, like this unusual and horrific murder that happened on October 24th, 2008.
So now I can tell my side of the story of what happened on October 24th of 2008.
Which the famous singer Jennifer Hudson's family would be victims. 29-year-old Jason Hudson and his mother Darnell Donaldson, 57 years of age, were inside their house in the morning time hours when they were both found in the bedroom of the house with multiple gunshot wounds. Jennifer Hudson's 7-year-old nephew, Julian King, which was the son of her oldest sister, Julie Hudson. He was initially reported as an Amber Alert, but 3 days later on October 27th, 2008, he would be found beneath a dirty shower curtain, resting lifeless on the rear seat of an abandoned SUV that was stolen, which he was found on the west side of Chicago, the opposite side of town on their Inglewood home. He was shot twice in the back of the head. The man that was responsible for these murders was William Bradford, which was the husband of Jennifer Hudson's sister, Julia Hudson. He was mad because she wanted a divorce.
Oh yeah, I remember that picture. Woo, I remember that picture, boy. So if you from Chicago, then you definitely know about this. I think this was probably like, I was definitely a little kid though.
Against seeing another man. And on December 1st, 2008, Bradford was arrested and charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder.
That's crazy.
It could have been anybody.
You understood why you would be a suspect, right?
As far as what?
As far as
I remember this interview too.
No, I didn't understand.
And is now serving 3 life sentences plus 120 years. This next incident would be a crazy event where a 5-year-old girl will lose her life. It was June 10th, 1985. On a cool Chicago day in the Henry Horner Homes, which was a low-income housing area on the west side of Chicago. Johnny Freeman, 18 years of age, would lure 5-year-old Shavonna McCain into an abandoned apartment, which was on the 14th floor of Henry Horner Homes. He would lure her in the apartment by giving her candy. And when he got her in the apartment, he sexually assaulted her. And after this guy was done, he pushed her out the 14th floor window. This is a real tragic and unusual death on 1985.
Hold on, y'all, because y'all know I love putting y'all on to that easy money. CashKick.com is a free to use cash rewards marketplace that helps you save and grow your money. This is some of the simplest and easiest ways to make money right now. All you have to do is play mobile games on your phone and you can earn up to $500 per deal. Now remember, I said CashKick.com is free to use, so they will never ever ask you to send them any type of money. Signing up is super easy. All you need is an email and a password. Once you sign up, all you have to do is download your first offer and start making money. Now your offers and reward amounts can change at any time. So that means you can download a game on your phone, play it for long enough, make $500 on one day, and the next day you can download a whole nother game, play it for long enough, make $300. Next day, same thing. This is some of the easiest money I can tell you about right now. And again, you can earn up to $500 per deal. So this is what I need you to do. Go to cashkick.com, make you an account, activate your account. Make sure you turn on allow tracking on your phone so that the app can actually track how much you're playing the game and earn you some of the easiest money you can make. Y'all can't say I ain't never did nothing for you.
After he committed the murder, he confessed to the police after they told him that they would drop him off to a gang that would beat him for the horrific acts that he committed. Johnny Freeman was sentenced to over 45 years in prison for the murder of Shavonna McCain and is still doing time to this day. This guy will probably never see the day of light again. This next situation will be another crazy murder because the guy will be involved in the murder at only the age of 14. It was October 29th, 1989.
I told y'all them 80s and them 90s, boy. Y'all think Chicago bad now, gang? Boy, Chicago was toe back. I ain't gonna act like I was around. I was born in 98, but everything my parents tell me, all the older uncles and everybody used to, boy, all the stories used to learn about it. We used to learn about a lot of these stories in like school and shit, but
Gareth Bay
It's the
was
stories I was on
13
the
years of
news.
age where he turned 14 years of age at this time. And then he would see a suspected member of a rival gang named Pedro Martinez,
this story
which
too.
he was approaching him and his group. And he was 14 years of age at the time too. As he was expected to do, Xavier called out for his friends. His friends then came out the house
14.
into the street while assuring Pedro that he had nothing to fear. Those boys lured Pedro into an abandoned building where Xavier says those boys beat the 14-year-old boy to death. Within days, police arrested Xavier and 3 other boys that was charged with murder. At this point, Xavier had 19 arrests and 7 convictions, ranging from robberies to assaults and batteries. But this is where the story turned around for a pretty good ending, because while in prison, Xavier earned his bachelor's degree in social science. He was also released at the age of 26 after serving 13 years as a model inmate. He also became a youth mentor to those like himself. This next murder, 2 parents would leave their 2-year-old daughter with somebody that was terribly dangerous that ended bad. The date was April 14th, 2012. The mother had allegedly dropped off Amani at DeVell M. Johnson's house, 23 years of age, who was also her boyfriend at the time. She was going to work around this time at around 7 a.m. and she worked at a downtown hotel. DeVell M. Johnson lived in a house in the 5500 block of South Emerald Avenue. But tragically, Amani Cotton was found unresponsive that Saturday at Johnson's home in the Englewood neighborhood. The mother, Brittany Cotton, said, "It appears someone tortured my child. This was somebody that was supposed to care for her," she said. An ambulance was dispatched at the home around 4:28 p.m. And sadly, the girl was declared dead around 4:42.
What you mean somebody tortured her? She was 2 years old, bro. Like, that's sick as hell.
p.m. right at the St. Bernard Hospital. DeVell Johnson was charged for the murder of Amani Cotton and is still arrested to this day. As you can see in this picture stands the mother and the father of Amani Cotton.
They look crazy
this next incident in a crazy mystery with a family of 4 and 3 dogs, which this will all happen pretty recently. It would be September 17th, 2023, in the late night hours around 8:43 p.m. The police were
Romeoville is not Chicago, bro. Romeoville is like probably an hour and like 15, 20 minutes away from Chicago, and it's like a super like suburb. Like, it's a deep ass suburb. I'm pretty sure Romeoville passed Naperville and shit.
Conduct a well-being check at a home in the 500 block of Concord Avenue. This was after a family member didn't show up for work or respond to calls from relatives throughout the day. When the officers arrived, they found all 4 family members dead. Plus, 3 dogs was also found dead in the house. This was a tragic mystery that nobody knew what happened or who committed the murders.
They never solved
These murders were so much a mystery that all of the residents was asked to share any information or if they had surveillance footage to provide.
And this don't look like nobody that, you know what I'm saying though? It don't look like, this do not look like the family that had no real problems in the streets or nothing like that, fool. Like,
were killed. Well, Berto Rolland, 38 years of age, and Zerada Bartolini, 32 years of age, and their 2 sons, 1 7 and 1 9. But several days will go past before police will have a credible suspect, which will end up being a 31-year-old man. These next incidents will be one of the craziest murders.
31-year-old man, but why though, bro? You can't just, come on, you gotta give us the real sauce.